Here we go. Let me lift you up. We'll go right to the top. Let the sun come up. Together we can fly. All our hearts collide. Stay here by my side. I say we jump, we fly. We reach out to the sky. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And we go on and on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And we go on and on and on and on. We're gonna fly high, be alive. Yeah, we're gonna fly high, be alive. We're gonna fly high, be alive.
Welcome to Be Alive! Kumusta po kayong lahat? Teka muna, tita. Nasaan na si Ana? Andito! Ay nako, ganun tayo kamahal ng audience natin. Maraming salamat po sa pagtangkilig nyo sa show namin. Sa inyo na si Ana! Today, we want to ask you to give life a chance. Ang mga bata po, ang mga anak natin, they are the hope of our future. Responsibilidad po natin ang maalagaan ang kalusugan nila at mabigyan ng magandang kinabukasan. Ipapakilala po namin sa inyo si Nicole, isang batang may leukemia po siya, at si Dr. Salindon, ang doktor na nagmamahal, nag-aaruga sa kanya. Diyan ka na ba, Ana? Roll VTR!
Nicole, that's a very rare kind of sickness. Yung body niya is not producing platelets. The first time we saw Nicole, platelet count is only 1. The only time we did blood transfusion was only 1 time. And we have not done anything yet. The only thing that keeping Nicole alive now is laminine. Ang platelet ni Nicole now is 46.
Wow!
Pero kung makikita niyo si Nicole, parang walang sakit yan. Pag nasa clinic yan, masaya, tawa ng tawa, playing with the patients. No? It was the grace of Miss Susan, no? Sinusuplayan niya si Nicole ng laminay. Nicole still has a lot of things to do, pero every week comes to the clinic, no? We pump in a lot of vitamins, no? We give him enough of the things that we have, ano may bibigay namin. What we're doing now is trying to remove most of the toxins we know that's still there in the body. So we're doing, every time she goes to the clinic, we're doing a chelation therapy for her. No, siguro we expect the body to have full production for platelets siguro probably in a 6 months time. Once we remove all the toxins and stimulate all the bone marrow, stem cells, and that's the time we will see Nicole na have a normal count for platelets.
Bakit naman kayo malungkot? Dapat nga masaya tayo kasi iisang platelet na lang ang natitira kay Nicole. Nung piniinom siya ng laminine, 46 platelets na. Kaya dapat masaya tayong lahat, di ba? Be Alive, we'll be right back.
We're gonna fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Salindong. Doctor, everybody saw that incident with you and Nicole. Alam mo, Doc, pinakita ko rin yun sa US, no? Sa US, sa California. And actually, even Dr. Escalan was so touched.
Okay.
And nakikita ko sa mata niya, nangingilid din yung luha. Usually, doctors don't really get affected na kasi nakikita nyo everyday mga traumatic situations. Kaano nyo na po katagal na inalagaan si Nicole?
Nicole has been with us for less than 2 months. No? Because Miss Susan who sent Nicole over sa clinic. Then when we saw her, no, ang platelet was really low. No, hindi nga kami makapaniwala nung may nabubuhay pa pala. This is the first time I saw a child with ang platelet is 1.
Wow.
No, wala kang maniwala kasi hindi ko rin alam kung ano yung gagawin ko eh. Pero sabi ko nga, no, I had laminine with me na noon eh. No, so sabi ko, walang ibang choice but really to put her on laminine. No, so that's what we did. No? So we started with laminine and we combine other natural treatment. Now we do chelation, we do heavy metal detox. No? So these are the things that we do. After about 2 weeks of that, no, we also did 1 blood transfusion kay Nicole. Yung sakit kasi ni Nicole, it's called the idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura. It's a very rare kind of disease.
Malalim yun.
Especially afflicted mga bata. Statistics shows about 1 is to 20,000. Kaya nga, that's the reason why it's called idiopathic. Idiopathic means we do not know the cause.
Wow.
So, sa medicine, kung hindi mo alam ang dahilan, walang treatment.
No, tama.
And that's always the problem with us, no, sa pagdating sa mainstream medicine. But the way we treat it is we treat it like leukemia. Nicole has about 8 cycles of chemotherapy. Just imagine, and the medicine that was used to her is a kind of alkaloid which basically destroys the bone marrow.
Oh my goodness.
So it destroys your red blood cells, it destroys your white blood cells, and it also destroys your platelets.
How are you able to raise the platelets from 1 to, I think,
46?
With this kind of condition, there are levels na tinatawag, no? Less than 10,000 is a critical level. She can die anytime. And ang gusto namin level, kasi mga 50,000 eh. May lagay namin siya sa 50,000, medyo stable na yan, no? And then we try to find out what's really causing the problem, and hopefully na we go put it back into the normal. Ang normal for this child is about 300,000. So we still have a long way to go. We're doing now detoxification, no, and all of this stuff, no? Kasi nga, the reason why we cannot raise the platelets as high as 50,000 or above is because still the effect of the chemo drug.
Oh my goodness.
Diba? Andudun pa yun eh. So unless that the drug is andudun pa yun, you cannot just put in anything. Sabi nga, diba, law of thermodynamics, you cannot have 2 matters in a single place. So you really have to do a lot of detoxification. Kaya nga I was giving her at least mga 6 months, no, na sana nasa active pa si Nicole, no? Kasi nga she can bleed anytime eh. Yun ang worry ko. Kaya nga what we're doing now is we're trying to strengthen the blood vessels para kahit anong baba ng kanyang platelets niya, hindi siya mag-bleed. Problema mo lang kasi bleeding eh. So the problem with platelets is that ito yung parang bulka cell ng ating blood. Where there's a damage in the blood vessels, you bleed. No, this is the first line of defense. They go immediately to the side, then they make tapal-tapal dun sa butas. No, parang bulkasil talaga, as in. No, siya yung gagawa. No, so with Nicole, walang ganun mangyayari.
Wow.
Di ba? So pag nag-bleed siya, he will really bleed to death.
Nag-hemorrhage na siya.
Yes.
Internal po.
It can happen externally, and also mas delikado if it happened internally. No, yun ang kinakatakot namin.
So, Doctor, I was watching your the BTR that we had, no? So is that true that laminine is allowing her to be alive?
Yeah, we're giving her vitamin C. It's only a support. What vitamin C does is strengthen the collagen matrix. Diba? But outside of that, vitamin C, wala na kaming binigay na iba. The other, multivitamins lang, give her some some herbal teas outside of the natural products that we use.
Katulad ng sabi niyo, mahaba pa po yung journey ni Nicole para maging stable siya. Kung meron pong napakabuting puso dyan na gustong tumulong, nakikiusap po kami sa mga televiewers natin. Kami po sa Forever Rich, we're willing to sustain need niya sa Laminine. Nakita niyo naman si Dr. Salindong, talaga pong ang puso po niya. I mean, hindi lang po siya doktor. Sabi ko nga, angel to eh.
Anything you can give, no? The family is really wala po talagang financial, no? If pababayaan natin si Nicole, Nicole will die.
We're inviting the audience that if they wish to make comments or suggestions or offer your help regarding our case today, you can also call the numbers flashed below. Be alive. Doctor, thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
We will be right back.
High, be alive.
Crash dieted, my resistance went low. I would go to the gym for 4 hours a day. And then one day, I just collapsed in the office. And then after that, I was diagnosed with MRSA. It's a complicated virus that rejects antibiotics. So they had to ship toxic IVs from the States, and it costs a lot, like a vial would be 6,600, and I had to take that 3 times a day. And then it spread into the heart and my lungs, my liver. I had sepsis, and then there's a lot of complications. And then I wasn't getting better. They had me even tested for HIV and all that, only to find out that it was MRSA. When I was admitted to the hospital, I couldn't breathe. And I was hallucinating. I thought I was in prison. I removed my IVs. I said, no, I cannot be. I have work. And I had already tubes here to extract things from my lungs, pus and all. It was up to here, and then I had tubes, and I couldn't move. To the nurses, I was crying because I felt that I wasn't getting well. I was there for 3 weeks, and every day there would be people dying, and I'm dying already. But they said, no, people get it worse, you know. I stayed about 3 months in the hospital. When I was home, I found out through Tita Tony, that Louie, my uncle, he had cancer, and then he took Laminine. He was already coughing out blood. So they told me, Mike, you have to take this. Sure enough, I was fragile that time. They told me to try it out. So the diagnosis of the doctor was 6 months to get well. When I took Laminine, I was balding. I had bald spots here because of the toxic IVs. And then 2 days only after taking it, my dosage was 3. My hair stopped falling completely. And then I started breathing well before I had shortness of breath. You know, like really bad, like that. I got better, and I'm maintaining now because I saw the effects right away, and I'm happy.
Welcome, Dr. Fruto, Dr. Magalona, and Dr. Imperio.
Ano ho ba yung mga naging kaso ni Maite?
The sickness is MRSA, or what we call the multi-drug resistant Staphylococcus aureus. And it develops because of the constant use of 3 factors. Number 1 is the constant use of antibiotics, and then generic drugs, and then lastly is yung mga dislike tablets. Kung ano-ano ng tablets, nagiging immune ngayon yung system natin, tapos nadidevelop yung Staphylococcus bacteria. Kung merong operation na ginawa dyan, dun sa sugat mismo, nagkakaroon ng bacterial infection. So that is the MRSA.
Doctor, she had pneumonia. Yun po ang kanya naging sakit, no? And she was confined at the Asian hospital for a very long time. The only way that she was kept alive was by these vials that they were sending from the States.
Staphylococcus aureus is common yan siya sa talagang skin natin. Kumbaga, common flora niya yung skin natin. But then, yung indiscriminate intake of antibiotics, yung inom ako ng ilan, parang ginagawang vitamins lang yung antibiotics, yung kailan gusto. So, from the time na talagang kailangan na natin mag-take ng antibiotic, yung Staphylococcus aureus o yung bacteria na yon, napag-aralan niya na paano kalabanin yung mga the usual antibiotics. So yung sinasabi nyo, nag-import pa sila ng antibiotics from outside kasi mas mahal na antibiotics at tinatawag namin mga broad spectrum antibiotics na ang kailangan in order to treat the infection. Kung ano yung prescription ng doktor nyo with regards to the dosage at saka yung intervals at saka yung period nung pag-take nyo ng antibiotic, sundin nyo kasi may reason for that. Kung hindi nyo susundin, mangyari niyan, mapag-aaralan na nga nung bacteria yung gamot na yon. So, pag tinake nyo na siya uli, nako, hindi napapansinin dead man ang bacteria sa antibiotic na yun.
So, usually, if you take antibiotic, you should follow the prescription which would take about 7 days. Pero 3 days lang nag-i-improve na eh. So, the usual practice of people is that they stop taking the antibiotic because nag-improve na. Pero hindi natapos yung full course. May natitira pang mga nabubuhay na bacteria. So, when you repeat the same antibiotic, it may no longer work. That's why in this case, hindi na tumatalab yung mga gamot. So they have to take more powerful antibiotics which may be available abroad and it would be more expensive. And the course would be more complete. Kailangan kompletuhin kasi pag tinigil uli, yung more powerful antibiotic, baka sa sunod, wala na rin epekto.
Parang mukhang mas matalino pa kaysa sa atin itong mga...
Nagre-research kasi may buhay din yan eh. Di siyempre, papatay mo sila, lalaban yan eh.
Pero alam mo, Susan, Tita Maggie, what really got her on track again was laminine, no? That's why she was telling me that without laminine, siguro baka daw hindi na niya nakayanan. So how did laminine, help her? Because this was really like a short of a miracle.
The amino acid lysine is the main factor in laminine that corrected the MRSA. The lysine, together with the tryptophan and the valine and the histidine, will make a reaction in the body that will combat the bacteria. Kaya po pag pinag-aralan natin yung amino acid lysine, the number one or the first amino acid, that is for the general body kasi siya yung pinaka-head eh. So ang connection po niyan is iti-trigger ng lysine yung at saka ng histidine, yung antihistamine property niya that will correct the staphylococcus or actually kill it on the spot.
Actually, ang sabi niya is that she took laminine doctors, no, for 3 a day. And after 3 weeks, na-release na po siya. And up to this day, she is really okay, no?
Mukhang healthy na nga siya.
Yeah.
Dr. Arlie, paano natulungan ng laminine si Michael?
Una, ayon sa research, yung mechanism ng ingredients coming from the egg powder extract, which is the main ingredient of the laminine, it will stimulate the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal gland axis. Ibig sabihin nun, yung pituitary gland nasa center of the brain. Yan yung master gland of the body. Babalansin na yan. Kasama dun yung it enhances the body's immune response. So mayroon din tayong sariling research and development. May sarili nitang scientist. Ang pinaka big boss o Nobel Prize scientist natin yung fibroblast growth factor na nag-i-stimulate sa pituitary gland. Kaya babalansin niya. Kaya lumakas yung resistensya. That's more intelligent than the antibiotic because the antibiotic was developed by man based on what has been found in the laboratory. But the researcher inside the body, which is connected to the super physician, which is God himself, has infinite intelligence. Pwede niyang i-research kung ano ang pwedeng panlaban doon sa bacteria yan. That's why we combine everything. If you have to take medicine, take medicine. But we have to enhance the body's ability to fight infection in a more natural way. And that's where the ingredients coming from laminine may come in. It will serve as an adjunct in the formal regimen for treating any disease.
To add to what Dr. Ardy said, with regards to the infection, malaki talaga na itulong ng laminine because lahat po ng cells sa katawan ng tao nagko-communicate. They communicate as an added info. Di ba po yung laminine natin, meron siyang fibroblast growth factor. Lahat po ng cells natin may fibroblast growth factor receptor. Ibig sabihin, may purpose yung fibroblast growth factor sa lahat ng cells natin. So it has the ability to command the cell. So kung yung immune system natin is made up of cells, yung mga white blood cells natin and all the defense system ng katawan natin, so ang fibroblast growth factor can create a signal to all our cells to signal our immune system to fight those bacteria.
The fibroblast growth factor, is this found anywhere or just in laminine?
The fibroblast growth factor came from the 9-day-old fertilized egg. And the process on how it was done is patented. So I think only one company was able to do that. So it cannot be found elsewhere. Our body already has its own fibroblast growth factor. Kaya lang, habang tumatanda po tayo, tumatanda na rin yung tinatamad. Kailangan ng konting tigasundot o backup. That is where the food supplement comes in.
Okay, fantastic. No,
Very
Susan?
good. So
Yes.
again, thank you, doctors. And Tita Maggie. So I think it's another very informative show.
The problem is, Susan, ang dami nagre-request. Di ba? Ang dami
Oo
nagre-request
nga
na
eh.
gawin daw isang oras.
Gawin
Kasi
isang
bitin
oras.
daw. Oo.
You know, everybody's so amazed at the stories that are being told here on the show.
At saka sabi ko kasi, Tita Maggie, di ba? Nung nag-usap kami ni Ana, sabi ko sa kanya, it's like it's almost a sin. It's almost a crime to keep laminine a secret. So kaya po nandito ang Be Alive.
Correct. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have Maite Calero in the audience. She's over there. Thank you very much, Maite. Babalik po kami. Don't go away.
We're gonna fly high, be alive.
Today we have a special guest, Mr. Olan Ignacio. Well, Olan, thank you for coming here, and I know you'll be sharing with our televiewers your success story and the many stories we have on our advocacy to touch Filipino lives.
Oo nga, Ma'am Susan. Naalala ko, nung nagsimula pa lang tayo, talagang na-inlove ako when it comes your passion about sa Pilipino, paano matutulungan. Marami na lang tayong nilakbayang paghihirap, pero natutuwa ako sa ngayon marami tayong natulungan, hindi lamang gumaling, maging sa financial aspect.
Oo nga, Olan. Alam mo, natutuwa talaga ako sa'yo dahil nakikita ko na naiintindihan mo yung passion ko. Ang pagkakaiba lang natin, mistisa ako, ikaw.
Moreno.
Moreno? At saka syempre, babae ako.
Barako.
Barako. Ano ba yung sabi mo? Gabriela Silang.
May pusong Melchora Aquino.
Ayun. At lalo pang nakakatuwa, yung nakikita natin, yung resulta ng ginagawa at sakripisyo natin.
Yeah, naalala ko noon, Ma'am Susan, problema ko noon, during that time, I was financially unstable. Meron akong solid asset, pero when it comes to liquidity, wala. Naalala ko, sinanla ko pa sa'yo ang aking bracelet, dala ko ngayon. And then, during that time, pati yung tuta ko na pinangalanan mong mouse na ibenta ko po sa inyo. Maganda ho ron, ginamit ko po yan para sa capitalization o para po panustos dun sa mga pangangailangan namin to do the business.
Ayun. Talagang kahanga-hanga ka, Olan. At alam ko rin na maraming mga problema, ang daming, challenges. Pero nalagpasan mo lahat ng challenges na yon.
I believe that we cannot change the wind, but we can adjust our wings. And I believe na kung alam mo yung ginagawa mo, lalo na sa ikakaluwalhati ng Panginoon, at pangalawa para sa inang bayan, ibibigay mo lahat, Ma'am Susan.
Tama, tama. Totoo yun. Katulad ko, Olan, na gusto ko ba na pagka ako isang araw ay nasa 6 feet under the ground, may mga taong masasabing, naging ganito ako dahil kay Ma'am Susan. Yung ganun ba?
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap. Ang lolo ko po ay isang basurero. Ang lola ko po ay isang Metro 8. In fact, famous yung balita nung namatay siya, nabagsakan last February 7, 1980s, nabagsakan ng 12-foot trailer dito po sa Luneta. And then, ang magulang ko po, ang tatay ko, patang nanay ko po, ay pareho po ring street sweeper o kaya Metro 8. Ako po ay isa po ring janitor dati. at car wash boy, at kung ano yung binibenta para lamang pumubuhay.
You fight for a cause, yun nga. You don't fight for yourself. You serve para sa ibang tao, hindi para sa pangsarili mo. Yun ang hinahangaan ko sa iyo, Olan. Kaya nung dinala kita sa Amerika nung 2 weeks ago, at nandun ka sa entablado na sa harap ng ilang libong Amerikano, at ang suot-suot mong sombrero ay yung flag ng Pilipino. Diba?
Isang malaking karangalan sa akin para maimbitahan doon at sabihin kung paano po ang nangyayari sa atin. Yung iba pong kinikita ko ngayon ay napupunta po sa Pasiton Movement para po pagpaaral ng mga ibang bata po. Kaya malaking bagay po sa akin ang ginagawa ko po sa Laminay.
Very nice. Alam ko na yung Pass It On na yan ay maganda rin ang adhikain at marami pa tayong lalakbayin, Olan. Umpisa pa lang to. I'm sure that you will agree with me that we will reach our destination. We will fly high. We will soar. And no matter how many mountains we climb, no matter how deep the ocean is, we will be there for our people.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Right now po, sa tulong po ng Laminay ng Forever Rich, nakabili po ako ng townhouse at isa pong condo. At ang maganda pa ho niyan, bukod sa mga scholarship, kung ano-ano pa pong bansay na pupuntahan ko ngayon para ipalaganap ang kagandahan ho ng produkto ng Laminay.
Ikaw ba'y gumagamit ng Laminine?
Yeah.
Diabetic ka rin, di ba?
Yeah, since I was 39 years old, I used insulin. But the good news, the things that I need to do, strenuous kasi yung trabaho natin, nag-iisip, hindi lang yon, we need to put it into action. Magandang stamina ko. And besides that, ang sabi nila, bumata raw ako.
Totoo yan, Olan. Totoo yan. 10 years at the minimum na bumata ka. Diba? So, yung mga dalaga dyan, okay, naghahanap siya ng isang Gabriela Silang. Yung younger version. So, salamat, Olan.
By the way, I would like to invite you, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 o'clock po, nagkakandak po ako ng mga seminar about Laminine and personality development. Naniniwala po si Olan Ignacio na ang maging isang mahirap ay hindi kasalanan. Subalit ang tirhan, ang kahirapan, ay isang kapahamakan. Mabuhay po ang Pilipino.
Be Alive would like to thank the following: